Good morning. I hope you all are doing well. This morning in our Bible reading plan, we read Philippians chapter 3, which is really a remarkable passage that we could talk a lot about. I would love to talk about the beautiful picture of salvation that we see in this passage. It gives us the full picture. We have justification, sanctification, glorification. Verse 9, we're found in him. Verse 10, that we know him. Verse 11, that we attain the resurrection with him. But that's not what I want to talk about this morning. Maybe that's what you'll comment below and talk about. What really stood out to me this morning that I want to talk about is verse 17. And this is what Paul says. Brothers, join in imitating me and keep your eyes on those who walk according to the example you have in us. So Paul says, imitate me. And the question is he being arrogant? Is he looking at this church and being like, all right, guys, watch and learn. Come and see how it's done. Like, I'm the man. Come follow me. No, I don't think that's what Paul is doing, because elsewhere in this passage, he shows just extraordinary humility. But what I think Paul realizes, and what I think is really important for all of us to realize, is that discipleship is often more caught than taught. That for us to follow Jesus, it's really important for us to receive great teaching, but sometimes you just need to see it done by someone else. And I bet that has been true in your life. There was somebody in your past that not only taught you about Jesus, but showed you how to live it out. So for us this morning, I want to do two things as we move into a time of prayer. I want you to thank God for that person. So who is that person in your formation, in your past, who showed you the gospel? Just stop for a moment and thank God for them. But then I also want you to ask the question, who are you letting into your life to observe the gospel? And I know during this season, that's a kind of an odd question because we're isolated from each other. We're intentionally separated from each other, but that does not mean our job of disciple making is finished. No, I think all the more we need to be intentional. Who are you calling? Who are you interacting with? Who are you from your community group or from our church? Are you staying in contact with and encouraging one another via phone, via FaceTime? Maybe you're old school and you just want to write letters. Who are you showing Christ to in this season? And we want to not only pray for those things, which are important, but we want to continue praying very specifically for our city. So this morning, I want to pray for the protection of the vulnerable. So write on a piece of paper or somewhere, something you have, a notebook, write down a list of people that you know who are particularly vulnerable. Maybe it's an elderly person in your building or on your block, or someone with an underlying condition that makes them more susceptible, I don't think I said that right, to the coronavirus. So who are those people that you know? Write their names down and just pray for God's protection over them today. And we'll see you tomorrow as we look at Philippians chapter 4. Make sure you comment below the things that are encouraging you from Philippians chapter 3.